What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my mighty dumb ass. Like and subscribe. Can't even talk. I forgot to talk about this because it was so ridiculous and foolish and dumb that I was like, this isn't real. This can't be real. This can't be real because it illustrates something that I will kind of dive into with a comparison. So, the PlayStation blog gave an award, Game of the Year award, to, I guess, the best PlayStation game. I can't even remember what the title was, but let's just say it was that. And the winner is, for 2023, guess it. It's the only game that came out, Spiderman 2. They won. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, are you serious? Is Sony literally giving themselves awards because they literally lost? What somebody said that Insomniac is like 24 and 0 or something like that as far as the Game Awards, because they haven't won an award, but they've been nominated 1,000 million times. Wow. What does that say about your game if they're like, we'll give you a little cookie cracker, little something. We'll give you an honorable mention, but you're never gonna win because, when you go beneath the surface of these games, it's like, it's a game. It's like a 360 PS3 era game, but it looks really good. That's basically what the Spider-Man games are, with a lot of flashy cinematics and QTEs. That's the formula. If you guys want to make a game that's just like that, that's all you gotta do. Anyway, so I saw that, and I'm like, remember, right? When you have a big corporation like Sony, and you have a blog to run, and you have, I don't know, let's say 15 people that are working on the blog, from editors to writers to all this stuff, right? There has to be a meeting that says, okay, we're gonna do the PlayStation Blog Awards, and everybody's looking around like, we only released one game. How are you gonna do an award with one game nominated? There's no other games to nominate. But you know what they do? They nominate all these third-party games. They say, oh, this game and that game, third-party games, it's on PC, it's on Xbox, but it's a PlayStation game. See how they try to do that? And I'm like, look, whatever. They're just so goofy. It's just so goofy. So my comparison was, if you guys remember, now don't get mad at me. I'm just using this as an example of the character of this person. So Donald Trump. Now, I'm not being political or anything. This was before he was actually president. Donald Trump went to, I believe, Time magazine, and I guess they interviewed him or whatever. And he was like, yeah, I'm this, that, and the third, and I'm worth all this money. He's talking himself up. Of course, that's what you do because you want to look good, right? And so he basically, I don't think Time put him on the cover, but he made a cover of Time with him on it or something. I'm getting all the facts all messed up, but he did something to that effect. But the main thing that I was thinking about, not like the fake, magazine cover or anything, but he inflated his numbers as far as his worth. I think he said it was worth 500 billion or something like that. I don't remember the numbers, but it was way more than what he was actually worth. And it just reminds me of a certain corporation that starts with the S. That's all I'm saying. Looking at what Sony is doing and thinking about, like, why would you do that? I mean, does giving yourself an award actually help your company? Does it help the self-esteem of your employees? Because it's just like throwing yourself a party or something. I mean, like, the psychology of it doesn't make that much sense to me. I mean, I guess in lieu of all the bad news and all the bad decisions at Sony, doing something like that is kind of lighthearted and goofy and fun, but ultimately it doesn't change the emotions or the feelings of the workers and the staff there, because they're sitting there in the trenches day after day, having to go through the stuff, having to try to make these games a service and then have the rug pull out from under you and say, no, forget about that. We're not doing that no more. It's like, we just spent 3 years working on this. Why are we canceling it? You know, it sucks. You know, I mean, morale at Sony must be real low right now. So, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, look, my advice to anyone who's working at Sony who wants to get out, obviously, sharpen up them resume, polish up that resume, baby. Look, you may think there's not a lot of jobs, plenty of jobs out there. If you got the skills, people want you. That's what's up. If you don't have the skills, get good, get better. I don't know what to tell you. You know, it's competitive. It's a competitive place. You gotta do what you gotta do. Get what you want to be. Get where you want to be. Anyway. But I thought that was the goofiest thing I ever heard, and I was like, am I gonna really talk about Sony giving themselves a freaking award? And it feels like desperation. It feels a little pitiful, and that's where I say I kind of feel sorry for Sony, but not really. Not. It's like a little drop of a molecule of empathy, and then I say, nah, forget it. I remember. I'm not Stockholm syndrome over here. I remember all the bullshit y'all was talking. Nah, y'all good. And I was just thinking about it the other day. Not just that, like, you look at everything that's happening, right? You know, oh, let's give ourselves an award because we're just a little pity party for Sony. Yay, Insomniac, yay. They gave that award after they got hacked. Wow. And then you look at that, you look at the hack, you look at Jim Ryan cashing out. I'm like, come on. How much evidence did the donkey unicorns and the ponies need to realize that the PlayStation kingdom is crumbling down? Is literally crumbling before their eyes, and they are in such denial. There's so much Stockholm syndrome victims that they're like, I love it. I love it when they raise the prices. I want to give you $100 for games. Just come on, please. Don't leave. Yo. I mean, maybe it's the Stockholm station. Honestly, that's what you probably call it, because that's what the people that play it do. They don't play. They just sit there and wish they had games to play. And then they go play Spiderman 2 for the 29th time. They're like, oh, we got a new game plus. I can play it forever now. I was like, all right. Good luck with that. Man, it's crazy, man. Look, I mean, look, this is the industry that we have. If you're a PlayStation fan, broaden your horizons, I would say. If you're a regular person with brain cells that work, PlayStation fan, broaden your horizons, get an Xbox. You will understand what Game Pass, how powerful Game Pass is. That's the thing. People who don't understand Game Pass have never had Game Pass and never had it taken away. That's what happened to me. I told the story before, but I'm gonna tell you one more time. So I got in Game Pass. I think I got the trial, whatever. I got my Xbox One or whatever. My One X. I got the trial. I was like, all right, cool. I tried it out. I was like, all right, I want all these games. Let me see what I'm gonna play. I just, go through all the games. It's like walking through a virtual Blockbuster, if you will, back in the day. I was like, oh, let me try. Download this, The trial ran out. And I turned on my Xbox, and then all of a sudden it was all quiet. Like, sign up for Game Pass. And like, none of the games were there. I couldn't get into Game Pass or look through I was like, I feel like the console is incomplete right now. I feel like not having access to all those hundreds of games in Game Pass, I'm missing something. And it's not FOMO. It's just like, Game Pass completes the total experience of like a console. It's like having a TV and not having Netflix, or not having Disney Plus or whatever your streaming choice. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, I got a VCR and some old DVDs and some Blu-rays. I'm good. It's like, really? Okay. So that's what I was like, okay, I understand the power of Game Pass. It's not even like, the game's kind of like the first and foremost, the thing about it is the first party games coming in day at date. That's like sold. Good, I don't have to buy them. Okay, and if I want to buy them, I'll buy them because I'm still a collector at heart. So I'm like, that gives me choice. Like, I don't have to buy every game that they put out. I could try Flight Simulator and say, well, I tried it, it was cool, but am I gonna buy that? Not really. I mean, if it's on sale, maybe. But nah, I'm not running out to get it. Even Starfield, I was like, I'm gonna get Starfield. I might buy Starfield still, but I played it through Game Pass and I bought the expansion. So I'm like, all right, well, if it goes on sale, I'll pick up a physical copy just to have it. I have the controller. I didn't get the skin. I just got an Xbox Series X because it was on sale. And I was like, let's go. You know, because I have patience. I don't have to be, I got to get the first thing. I'm not spending $500. And it was such a good deal because I spent $250 on my Xbox Series S and it came with a controller that cost about $50. So it was really like $200. And I was like, that's a pretty good deal. And I played that for a year or two, whatever, however long it was. And I think it was about a year actually. And this deal came up. I was like, I would be an idiot. This is what I did. I said, if this deal goes away, am I gonna feel like I should have bought it? And I thought to myself, I did the calculations in my head. I said, in a beautiful mind, all the numbers came up. And I was like, yes, I will. I will feel like a dumbass for not buying it at $350. And I went and I bought it. And I was like, I don't feel like a dumbass no more. I mean, I am a dumbass, but you know, because y'all listen to me, dumbass, like, subscribe. But yeah, don't give yourself rewards. You can feel good about what you do, but I think the satisfaction in completing a task or doing something or making something in itself is reward enough. You don't need recognition from people or an audience or anything like that. I don't. That's probably why my channel's so little. But I appreciate all you guys coming through and listening to my dumb ass. But it's, you know, ultimately, you know, when you think about life, do the things you want to do that make you happy. In, you know, of course, you know, without hurting other people. You know what I'm saying? There are limitations to that statement, but caveats, if you will. But, you know, it's you know, bottom line, really, it really is about just being happy when it gets down to it. If you find yourself in a situation where you're not happy, try to get to the place where you are, you know, whether it's playing video games for escapism or, you know, building an arcade cabinet, you know, a little main cabinet or something. That's my plan. I got plans for that. Because arcades, you know, my generation, Gen X, we grew up in arcades. They had arcades. They had Nathan's, and they had, well, Dragon's Den wasn't an arcade. It was a comic shop in Yonkers. But Nathan's was in Yonkers on Central Avenue. They had hot dogs, and they had an arcade. And I was like, that's where I first played Dragon's Lair. That's where I first played the sit-down outrun, the one that Afterburner was there too, the sit-down Afterburner. All the sit-down, well, they didn't have sit-down Power Drift. I played that down here in Florida. That was at Grand Prix Racerama before they changed it to Boomer. No, what is that? No, oh, I think they tore it down. Anyway, ramble. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this award that PlayStation gave themselves, the PlayStation blog for Spider-Man 2? Do you think it's a pity party? Do you think it was necessary? And like, does it make them look kind of desperate, or like, what does it accomplish in your mind? You know, does it help the studio feel good about themselves, or does it just feels really goofy? It doesn't feel right. And in lieu of the fact that they're gonna start laying off people, you know, the news came out in the leaked documents, they're gonna lay off people. And then, let's give them an award for, like, what are you doing? Well, how about you not fire people? That's the award right there. How about that? I bet you all the people that you fire will look at that and be like, man, shoot. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they'd be like, I hate Sony. I'm not gonna work for Sony no more, or something like. I don't know how people feel if they get laid off from a place. I mean, I was laid off from a place. I was terminated, not laid off. That's because I missed a phone call. Because I guess I was supposed to work one day and I missed it or whatever, and they just fired me. I was like, whatever. It was a goofy little while you're in college job. The clothing store. It was dumb. I hated that job. I hated it, but I didn't like it. But that's the same thing. Anyway, more tangents. But anyway, let me know in the comments below. What jobs have you hated? Have you ever been fired or laid off or terminated? Did you get 2 weeks, or did they just say get out and with the boop? Yeah, and yeah, that's about it. It's almost the new year, so I mean, happy holidays to everybody. I didn't say happy holidays to and stuff. Hope y'all had nice ones. And I'll probably do 1 or 2 more videos before the new year and all that good stuff. But I appreciate. And we're gonna get to 500 in the next year for sure. If we do it before the first, man, that'd be crazy, but that's not gonna happen. I don't know. Let's be real. It's not gonna happen. Anyway, appreciate. And I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Tilt the weight.